It's like Zoom is changed a little bit. Do you hear me right?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hear me? Yes. No.
Yes, we can hear you and see the slides also.
Let's start. Let's start with the prayer first. Close your eyes, palms together. Seek the blessing from the Guru Bhava. Simply word and slowly words. Okay. As usual, we are going with the three main section. One starting with the Panjam, followed by the horoscope lessons and discussion of the horoscope. Okay. Let's see about the today's Panjam. Daily chart for today. The co-charm of today is Guru in the Mithuna, Ketu in the Simha, and Rahu, Budan, Mangal in the Kumbha, Surya, Shukra, Sani in the Meena, Chandra in the Mesha. Okay. As usual, we have to see two king and the queen first. First, Surya, where is Surya, and where is the Chandra? So this month becomes from the day today we have to consider this is the Meena month because the sun, wherever the sun is, we consider the name of the Rashi and that is the name of the month also. We have different names in English and what are the languages you prefer. But when you see as an astrological point of view, season, say it is a name wherever the Surya was resided and the name of the Rashi, that is the name of the month. Okay? The Surya is in the Meena, Chandra is in the Mesha Rashi. So these are the two main planets we have to see whenever we see the Gocharam daily. Okay, the Chandra whoever we have to take care of today, who born on the Mesh Lagna, Mesh Rasi, the Mesh Rasi becomes the eighth house of any Jataka, or the sixth house, or the 12th house. These people have to see the day how it is going on for them. Is the emotion saturated or emotional neutral state, or you are in kind of wobbling here and there? You have to understand how is your day based on where the Chandra is placed. Now, if you see there was a in as we speak about that one next week. So move into the Panchang of today. Tiri is the Chaturthi, followed by the Panjami. You see the Tiri till the 9:16 p.m., then followed by the Panjami. Nakshatra is the Bharani from the sunrise onwards till 10:42 p.m. After that, it is the Kritika Nakshatra. Yoga is the Vaitri till 3:42 p.m. Then after that, it becomes the Vishkamba. Karna is the Karna is the uh, Vanija up to 10:36 a.m. and followed by the Vishti and followed by the Bhavakarna. Ending up, the day was ending up with the Bhavakarna. Weekday is the Ravivara, we already know about that. Paksha is the Shukla Paksha. Now let's see into today's Karana is about the Garija Karana. In Tamil, we call it as a Karisai. In Garija or Gari, I don't know how they mention. It's a Garija Karana. Okay. Devata is the Bhumi Devata. Planet involves here is the Guru and the Chandra. Deity is the actually the deity I mentioned here. It is a Playarpatti Karpada Vinayagar, but the deity whoever the deity resides in the cave temple. Any cave temple considered as the deity for the Garaja. You may ask why the Playarpatti is the cave. If you went into the Playarpatti, which is near to the Karipudi, they carved into the cave. That's why it's very famous here around the people who lives in the southern part of India. Uh, Everybody knows about this Playarpati. And this Karpaka Vinayagar temple is really beautiful. And the energy was really awesome. Whenever we enter into the temple, if you spend the whole day, it should be really awesome. And the nature of the Karise Karana is the auspicious Karana, and this again is Charakarna, first of all. This is comes under the Charaka. Animal is the elephant. Okay, when in I didn't say about I don't know about the northern part of India, but most of the southern part of India, particularly where I am living, here the people are very happy to carve the elephant in the front door of their house. If any of your family members born on the Karise Karana or the family head is the born on the Karise Karana, then the carving the elephant on the front door, that is the main door of the house, that is gives very auspiciousness to the entire household. Okay. If you see most of the temple, if the front door, any of the front gate of any of the temple, in most of the southern temples, they have the four gates in respectively with the directions. So if you see that in all the four gates or they entirely on the main gate only, they have the elephant carved significantly or prominently. It was giving different postures. Then that particular temple is definitely somewhat relevant with the Karaise Karanu, or the energy of the Karaise Karanu will be definitely in that temple. Whenever you go and look, there was the many temples you can see in here. Mostly without most of them, the elephant picture will be carved in one or the other way. If when the people who born on here, if they are going to any of the particularly to the Ganapati temple or Lord Ganesha or any Vinayagar temple, if you are going, go with the hibiscus. In Tamil, we call it as a sembarati. Any color sembarati, doesn't matter. When whichever the color it is, it gives you different properties altogether. But the hibiscus flower is the most significant here when you are presenting it to the deity. Okay, then comes into the vessel, it is the tin. You may also heard about it. Our human body, particularly the stomach, is made up of the tin material, and as like the kidney is also tin plus gold. But the stomach is mainly of the tin. That's why whenever the peoples went into any of the function, if they eat one kind of in any kind of the function, the people will definitely cook the meal for the peoples, right? They most because the crowd was too large here, they try to make it into the vessel which is made up of the tin. This was the general one because the very large vessels is most of them were made up of the tin coating only. So during the celebrations, they cook on that kind of the vessel. What it will happen, the tin and the composition of the tin is also combined with the food. When the people was eating inside, some of the people not able to take it. You may see this kind of the people or not. I saw many people here. They won't eat any of the celebration. If they go into any of the celebration also, if that particular people was coming, the people will come with a homemade food only, not into the kind of the food which is good for the celebration. Particularly, that will induce the 10 element in their body. Some people will vomit or some people go into the dysentery. This total drama will happen because of that thing only. I, I don't know
There
which
are tin vessels which is used to make rasam.
Yes, that is the medical purpose, right?
Yeah.
If you make in the rasam also, you won't to hold that rasam in that put the rasam for a number of minutes or number of hours. You
Yep.
actually transfer into another vessel immediately.
Yep.
That amount is efficient. That is really gives the medical property. The kind of the heat and the tin coating which is involved here, when it was infused into the liquid which you prepared for the rasam, that's more than it. But when it comes into the celebration, these people put the food into the tin coating vessels only. If you see into the very big celebration, the
Yeah.
vessels are really big, and we can't avoid that because
Yeah.
that kind of the in earlier days, the people used the different kind of the uh, palm leaves, very big kind of the palm leaves basket to put into the rice and all. But when it comes into the liquid kind of the thing like sambar, rasam, and there's a whole dal related recipe, the palm related basket is not sufficient for them. So whatever they do, they getting into the big vessel only. That's lead into the different story altogether. Why? How I know this? Because I saw the peoples, particularly this kind. I really wonder in the earlier days they won't eat any of the celebration, not in a single celebrations. They won't. They will tell to the peoples directly, "I can't eat food here because my stomach won't allow." Some of them really okay with that, but most of the people's not okay with them. So they put some kind. They cook many stories. Today is my fasting day, and this that. Okay, what? Actually, their intention is to not to hurt them, not to hurt others. So I saw all this kind of the drama. So they, but my question was still there, why this was happening only to the peoples, not to everybody. So the thing is, most of them they have the tolerance of the tin material, but some of the peoples didn't have this tolerance of the tin material. Even if it is goes little bit beyond, the the vomit will come. Some one or the other way, the body will eject the kind, try to destroy the thing. That's kind of the body will immune system will work automatically. That's it. Can say like that. Okay, that's coming into the day. Day is that Thursday. Activities suited for this to any routine work, normal routine work which we're doing day to day works. This is best. There is no harm here. You're starting for traveling, starting any business, or you're starting construction, agriculture related, any animal related activities. It's very best. But you can name it as the any of the things we can normal routine works. The Rija is the very best time for that. Mostly in these people, how they were with you, really disciplined and reliable. You can imagine whatever the characters of the elephant, it is somewhat one or the other way it is induced into them. Most of the time, they are having the capability of handling high responsibility for very long time. These people are not doing very short term responsibilities because that kind of the determination they have. They determine to do anything, they definitely will finish it. That kind of the peoples, because that energy will be there. So if you read the animal about the elephant, you can exactly fix it here. Okay, that's the main thing. Okay, then one simple thing, what is a Garisa Karana people can do? Whenever you go into the Vinayakara temple, go with it is Sembarati flowers, hibiscus flowers, in colors. Now, even if you are worshipping Lord Ganesha at your home also, the Sembarati flower is the best option for that. Let's getting into Ashtamadipati, 8th lord. So we have remaining two houses, 11 and 12. Let's finish with that. Okay, Ashtamadipati, we already know about it. It's for longevity, search of the truth. In simple words, 8th house is for the seeking knowledge. Seeker, the people that they try to find out the truth. The people who are longing for find answer for the truth they are seeking. Foreign settlement, idealism, transformation, any sudden events, okay, whether it is a gain, loss, or accident, it comes under the 8th house. Inheritance, mostly it comes from the hidden wealth. You didn't even know about the wealth which has come to you or not. But it suddenly you become the ownership, you're going to own that property. these peoples are induced, or you can say they are forced to learn the occult knowledge when the eighth lord becomes prominently auspicious, having the strong control over the chart. They definitely know about the occult science. Insurance related thing, joint assets, rebirth, and hidden treasure, hidden desires, anything which is treasures or desires, anything which is hidden in nature comes under the eighth house. Okay. Then, in simple terms, I want to remember only three things. Then remember only this: longevity, search, and transformation. Eighth Lord in first house, these people are the true seekers of the truth. Then the eighth Lord in first house, you definitely see them with a great respect. These people definitely seek the truth. Eighth Lord in second house, Dhanasthana, the eighth Lord in Dhanasthana house. Mostly these people's or they're very much expert in extracting the money from nothing. Even if they didn't have a dollar in their hands, they secure uh, millions and billions in their life. Yeah, let's move into the eighth lord in the third house. This is again this is the Viparita Raja Yoga and also Bhava Kavi, and this is the blessing in disguise. Because the eighth lord is sitting in the Dairyasthana. Eighth lord in the Matrusthana, that is fourth house. Mostly these people are visionary and committed. And eighth house in fifth lord. Okay, the Putras, the eighth lord is in the Putrasthana. These people are very good strategic planner. If you want to make any strategies, these people are the best in the world. Eighth lord in the sixth house, again the Viparita Raja Yoga for the eighth house. These people have kind of magical touch. Wherever they are touched, it becomes the good pole. And eighth lord in the seventh house, considered as a down to earth people. It's very good for the customer care. Eighth lord in eighth house, Viparita Raja Yoga for third Viparita Raja Yoga for the eighth house. It's again a blessing and disguise. And they definitely get the support from the carpets. Okay, now let's go into eighth lord in the ninth house. Most of the time, these people are very charming and youthful, particularly when the eighth lord in the ninth house means they are independent in nature. And eighth lord, see whether I'm recording or not. Give me 1 second. Okay, thank God. The eighth lord in the 10th house. This when the eighth lord in the career house, these people again are pioneers in any of the field they are involved in, and also the great question. And importantly, these people become the big leaders. Okay, let's where is that? Show the video. 1 second. Eighth lord in the 11th house. 11th house, we 11th house is for your fulfillment of your desires. Any profits, gains, or cash flow in your life. Wealth, especially, becomes the another meaning of the wealth. In simple terms, it is the fulfillment of your desires. And the eighth lord, we already know about it. These people are the seeker of the truth. It's a transformation, sudden wealth, hidden treasure, occult knowledge. It comes under the eighth house. And that lord was sitting in the 11th house, which is for the fulfillment of desires. How these people will, what is the significance of this one? Mostly these people are so fortunate, whichever the field was they are entering, they definitely will accomplish. Most probably these people are very complex personality. You can't draw a line or understand these people in one dimension. They will show the multiple personality in different to different peoples and different situations. One time you may identify as them as a very kind person or cruel person or a jealousy or a happy, but the very next moment they showed as an utterly different way. So you can't able to estimate them, especially you can't able to gauge them also in any way. These people are very lucky in their life, very lucky in their life. Struggle is missing in their dictionary. They don't have the struggle. Definitely, they don't have the struggle. Not even a single obstacle will come in front of them. Everything will be easiest way. Okay. These people are internally very ambitious. We will see this kind of the people. In externally, they appears as very egoistic, very arrogant. They didn't have the goal. They didn't have an ambition. They don't know what to do. The other people will give n number of advice to them. Oh, you should not take this life as that much easy. You have to take the life very seriously, and you have to take it this direction, that direction. N number of directions the other people can give an advice. This particular Jataka will have the mind, even they have the full roadmap of what they have to achieve, and they have the milestone target also. Yeah, at this moment, I have to be here. At this moment, I have to achieve this. They know whatever they want to do. These people are possess extremely exceptional skills, and you can't even imagine how much the skilled they are. Mostly these people have faced with many managerial skills, but this comes into here itself when they possess exceptional skills and they only know about it. Okay, the next person will see, the other persons will see them as, oh, these people are treating their life as easy. They don't have the ambition, they don't have the goal. They are playing with their life, but they know how the life they want and how they stepping into the next phase of their life. Anybody having eighth lord in 11th house?
What do you mean by come to enjoy the credit balance?
Okay, this is the when you are in. This is the concept of, this is what I understand. Maybe the people who written this, I don't know what they're in their mind. But when I read this is my understanding. In the life which you are born in here, when the eighth lord in the 11th house means definitely you will have the previous lifetime. Then you may ask the question, how many you will say the eighth lord in 11th house is these people will have the definitely previous lifetime. That is the other greater story we have to explain. So consider this amount of the time. Eighth lord in the 11th house. Okay. I have one more point is also coming into my mind. When you see the Karaja Karana, right? If the people born on the Karaja Karana, along with the 12th house Ketu, then the particular Jataka will do have the next left. Okay. I just sidetracked for a bit because something was coming into my mind. Come into the main thread again. When 8th lord in the 11th house, okay, consider these people have to pass one or the other past. They did some kind of the good karma in their previous lifetime, and they
Your
are
audio is
trying to
breaking,
enjoy the
Vanita.
day. How is it now? Still?
Yeah, it
Now
is
the connection
breaking.
becomes.
Anybody else feel the same thing?
Give me a second.
Yeah, from time to
Now
time
how is it?
It is breaking.
it's better, yeah.
Okay. If it is breaking, tell me because I can change.
It is still breaking.
Yeah, now it is breaking.
Okay. When the
We can't hear you, Vanita.
looks like fine for me. If it was not there, I disconnect again. Okay, the credit balance here is when you have the puru punya, I mean you acquire something in your see, whatever you did, good or bad, it comes into your credits. See, if you did good deeds, it comes into the good deeds credit. If you did something bad, so that's why the people when they enter into the sadhana, the sadhu, they won't involve in any kind of the good and bad deeds. if any of the sannyasis who comes into the world and they are doing some good things, some bad things, even if they are doing good things also, their karma comes, their the purva punya comes into their come into their come into their come into their life or in any one of their life, and because they have to balance, they have to nullify. Then only the lifetime will be cut off. So for that only the peoples will get getting into the sadhana for very dense forest, and they are doing they are not interacting with anybody. And coming into the credit balance, if you whatever the past life which you are in the previous lifetime, you acquired something which is good merit for you, and now you are enjoying with your life.
Okay.
You
Okay,
may
got
see the people surrounded by you and they didn't do anything. They even you may work really hard and you work day and night and you earn few thousands and few millions, that's it. Few millions is too, okay, few lakhs, okay. But these people don't do anything. Even if they do one small task, once finish a small matters, that's ends up into a greater miracle for them that changes their life, that gives a greater opportunity for them. They can able to meet a good person, good place, and good time. If these three things need to meet exactly to one person, they can able to make the life into a whichever the successful life they want. So if you can able to meet a good person, good place, but not in a good time, you definitely will not able to acquire that opportunity. All things together, when it will come. If you have that kind of the purva punya, that's why the people will say that whenever they gain the opportunity, they say, "Hey, this is all about my purva punya."
Mm.
That's what my understanding. But
Okay.
maybe Kenny sir can able to explain this more in detail. But when I see this, my thought process was going like this only. But if you can able to understand this one particular line in a different point of view, happy to share. Yeah.
Um,
Any doubts?
yeah, I have a chart which is Kataka Lagna and 8th Lord is in 11th house along with Rahu.
Only 1 minute. Let me copy that. So, eighth Lord in is it
11th house. Kataka Lagna.
Katakalapu? Eighth Lord is here Shani, right?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
actually both 7th Lord and 8th Lord in
Hmm.
11th house. So I don't know how the
Hmm, hmm,
effect,
hmm.
yeah, final effect will be. I don't know how it will be. Yeah. This is along with Shani, Rahu. Shani with Rahu.
Hmm. Sunny Ram combination is not that much auspicious in nature. Because the sunny will wants to do it's a kind of the two different poles joining to each other. The sunny want to be justice, want justice in everything. Even though sunny was defined as very lazy and elderly energy,
Audio is
but
breaking,
he
Vanita.
was very disciplined. Sunny is ultimate discipline and maintain the game taking. Give me 1 second. Let's try to find something else. How is it now? No, it's not good.
No, it's better.
Okay, now I understand why. No, okay. Okay, great. The Saturn energy was considered as a lazy and elderly energy. So Saturn is a very disciplined. No discipline, not only discipline, he needs justice in everything. He is not partial about anything. He works really hard, even though the energy was lazy and other stuff we are significant of the Saturn. But he works really very hard. And if you don't believe in the luck factor, he uh, he needs justice in everything. That kind of energy is Saturn. But Rahu is it's a kind of very ambitious, and he need everything so fast and believe in the luck and believe in illusion, and in everything will be exaggerated, and it should be in a great it's needed everything in a greater way. And that kind of energy was combined with the Saturn. It won't give you that kind of greater things in life. Possibly it will struggle will come. Let's see one by one. Fortunate and accomplished in many fields. When the Rahu was combined with the Saturn, the accomplishment will still be a struggle. Even though you feel like you achieved something, the next day you feel like you was imagine you are 10 step above, then immediately you feel like 11 step down. It's a kind of you feel like okay, I achieved, I accomplished this one, and sometimes you feel like no. The very next day itself you feel like empty. Possibly in the most probably the complex personality will be very much less. But when the Rahu was here, the multifaceted and complex personality will comes into picture for sure. Luck in life will be there, but here again the luck will be there. It's not a very lucky because the Saturn and Rahu combined. It won't give you the greater luck. You may enjoy the credit balance, but it's in a very, very normal day-to-day activities. It won't give you the greater miracle. Struggle in missing the dictionary means there definitely the struggle will be there because when the Rahu and Saturn was combined, the struggle is possibly there. But here, this possibility may appear true, but sometimes it may not. Because when the Rahu Dasha Buddhi was happening, when the Sani Dasha Buddhi was happening, these people are internally ambitious. They plan everything internally. The internal force really work fast. And not fast actually. If they planned well. Because the Saturn energy makes you to slow down only. Even though you planned everything, it makes you to slow down. But the Ragus, when the Ragu Dasha Buddhi was happening, it makes you to activate and do, because the Ragu is ambitious. It wants to drive you faster, but the driving you faster, it's not in a safer way. It's not in a safe mode. It makes you to put into a danger. When Rahu takes a driver's seat means that's it. You are in a danger zone completely. So that kind of the Saturn and Rahu combination will there. Possibility, because when the Rahu was there, you may have the skill, but the Saturn's energy may pull you down. Even if you have the exceptional skills, the Saturn's energy will pull you down. It won't allow you to show that. It doesn't mean the Saturn's energy was dragging you down. No, the Saturn's nature quality is it's slow process, but the Jataka feels like it's dragging me down because I have the skill. I can't able to expose to everybody. That kind of thing. Managerial skills they can't because when the Saturn's energy was involved here, the managerial skills is really a question mark for them. But when the Rahu was involved, there is a possibility, but this becomes the cruel nature. They won't become a in simple terms, they won't become they don't have a good management skills. They use the tricks. They use unconventional methods. Okay. Which one I said whatever the things which is not good. Whoever it is, who shared this chat?
I
Who
shared
said
it.
which one is exactly matching, which is no?
No, that person is in the 20s, so I cannot
Mm.
say.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, I mean, many of them, I think they're not really struggle, not so much. Yeah. I can't say about the multifaceted and complex personality also.
Mm,
Maybe it is too early.
mm,
I can't say much. Fortunate also, accomplishment too young, so I cannot say that
mm,
also.
mm,
Ambitious, yes, yeah, that is
mm.
there. That I can say, yeah. Mm, possess exceptional skills. I don't know. I mean, I feel it's just normal.
Mm, mm.
Manager skills also, I I cannot say now. Yeah.
Yeah. When the Saturn was here, even if the Jataka was born with exceptional skills, the Saturn's energy won't allow you to expose them. They have to really work hard. But then you may say, okay, what is the when the Saturn and Rahu combined? I can't even change my chart. What I can do? The only thing is, believe in your hard work. Don't get into anything which is greediness. Don't lead your life into the greediness. Really work hard. When your mindset becomes like that, I really want to work hard and I want to make justice to my work. When this mindset was built up from the earlier stage, the Rahu Sinus you won't work. Because when the Rahu is, it's like waiting for dragging into your dragon zone, danger zone. So it's always waiting. But when the Saturn's energy, when you believe in the Saturn's energy, what is the Saturn is going to give? Okay, I really work hard. What is the benefit out of it? When you really work and believe in yourself, the Saturn will help. That's the Saturn's energy.
Okay.
Let's getting into eighth lord in the 12th house. Okay, this is the fourth Viparita Raja Yoga from the eighth house. 12th house is the moksha sthana. We already know what is for the liberation, detachment, expenditure, is displacement. It's also imprisonment, comes into the 12th house. Especially whatever your sleep related things. This comes under the 12th house. And in that, the 8th lord is going to sit. That is the hidden house lord was sitting in the 12th house. It's again a blessing in disguise. How it will be? These people feel like very detached. Very detached means highly detached. Why? Because the seeker was sitting in your 12th house. The seeker was sitting in a liberated house. When any person was seeking anything, he already in a liberated mood. And that guy and that lord was sitting in a 12th house, they are literally detached. Literally detached means they most detached from their close relatives and even in their interest, hobbies, how they're attached to it, whatever they are seeking, whatever the the urge of the heat inside them, making you to find some truth, right? That only attachment for them. They're mostly research oriented. No need to tell that. Because the eighth lord was sitting in a 12th house means research only. They are how completely research oriented. They are deep thinker till the solution. It's all together as you can consider as the one letter. They are deep thinker until the solution is divine support, financial through divine support. Definitely, they will have the financial through divine support. Importantly, they will achieve a good status in their life. Maybe because of the detachment or because of the seeking, whichever it leads them to the highest good status in their life. But they definitely achieve good status in their life. Okay. Again, these people's job because the eighth lord, the eighth lord is also lord of the struggles and obstacles. That lord was sitting in the 12th house means your life is not the easiest journey. You have to face n number of struggles, and definitely they will face n number of challenges in their life. They definitely feel another of its nature because of the kind of attachment they have. They want to give everything to everybody. They do, even if they learn anything that should be very secret and protected for a number of generations from uh, uh, different number of generations, and that kind of the teaching comes into your hand. Usually what you will do, okay, I also have to follow the people's I got taught this one because my ancestors was like this. But these people's what they will do, they will give whatever the knowledge also in their hand. So that kind of energetic people, these people. So their Akshaya Padra effect means even if you get the last piece, again it will grow. Again it will grow. This kind of the phenomena, it's never get right. That's it. Even if you even if you give any number of the things to anybody, it won't the wealth won't be completely vanished. It again comes again and again, again and again. Okay. Escape any kind trauma or accidents, possibly for them when the 8th lord in the 12th house. Anybody who's having 8th lord in 12th house?
I have, Anita.
Wow. Okay,
It's
your
not
lagna
really a
is,
wow.
okay, which is a Kanni lagna, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Your 8th lord is the Rishabha. So 8th house is Rishabha, lord is the,
Mesha.
sorry?
For Kanya 8, Kanya Lagna, Mesha
Kanni.
is Mars,
Oh, sorry, it's my mistake. Correct. Which has
yeah.
was
12th is Simha.
here.
8th Lord in 12th house.
Okay, Mars was here. Right?
Correct.
8th lord was in the 12th house. Only Mars.
Yeah, only Mars.
Okay. Which one is exactly matching with you? Which is new?
First one, second one, third one, fourth one, partially right. Uh, uh, Achieve good status,
Hmm.
partially true. Face many challenges, that's true.
Hmm.
That's also true.
Hmm.
The last one, it's sort of true. It's not my money. Somebody will lend me money when it goes dry. That's all.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, this will come for sure. The Akshaya Padra effect, you will see one way or the other. In the one day, the moment when there was a zero balance in your account, even the next moment you will see a number of lakhs in your account. That's possible when the 8th lord in the 12th
No, it's not
house.
number of lakhs. It's only few hundreds. So
Mm, mm.
But
At least
we should
100.
also consider the third lord in the 12th, right?
correct.
Well, yeah. Third lord is okay. Here is the thing. Here is the important thing here. Wait a second. He is also the third lord, right? Okay.
Correct.
Now, if you are not doing any of the thing which is relevant within the 12th house, where your expenditure is in the donation is also 12th house. If you are not donating anything, if your expense was not relevant with the donation or any kind of the divine support, or you are not detached, you are clinged to somebody, and then the third house will take effect. This will take effect.
The third lord in the 12th house is also sort of Akshay Patra effect.
Yeah, the Akshay Padra effect will come. But
Yeah.
the other things, the third lord will speak. One, the kind of the life, like if one was active, the other will be inactive. That comes the remedy. The people, why the astrologers are all speaking about all kind of the remedies, because one they when they speak, when they come into the astrologers, they tell this is my problem, and they already know, okay, this house is getting into effect, okay, we have to pacify that one, okay, let's take into this house effect. They ask you to do the third house thing, then the 12th house will be pacified somewhat. At least you felt it will be pacified.
So
That's why the remedy
in
comes.
this case, whatever the effect of third lord in 12th house
Mm.
is actually a subset of 8th lord in 12th house. So if you see the third lord in 12th house, whatever is described is already part of this.
Okay, when the third lord in the 12th house, what it will do? Sequence.
See, that's also detachment, that's also liberation.
Mostly these people will spend the money for the travel. Most of the time, when the third house lord will be affected, right? These people will spend the money for the travel, especially because the third house is also for the travel. mostly the money mood will be dried out completely. It comes one or the other, and most of the time they try to they don't hesitate to spend also, because Daivistana will give you that kind of an effect to spend. Give me one second.
Yeah, true.
Sorry. Definitely it comes a subset. Okay, but that's why when if you see, when a third lord effect is also working, eighth lord is also working in any person's life. But why the people, when the question will come, in which effect you get bothered? Some people will be really enjoyed with the detachment. They really love this detachment. They happily live their life. But some people will feel that detachment is not their cup of tea or coffee, and they want to attach with somebody. So for them, it becomes the worry in their life. That's why they go for the remedy. And the remedy will be the people that they ask you to go for the travel. Find some people you can talk with and spend your money in the traveling. So that moment of the time, the detachment will be not drastically reduced in one day or 2 days, but it comes to reduced in a gradually number of the years. But it's absolutely true. It's a subset of one and each other.
Yeah.
But how you can define your life, the number of the incidents which is happening in your life, you are happy with that, okay, enjoy your life. If you are not happy, if it gives really sadness in your life and you feel like feel emptiness in your life.
See, when you have achieved the detachment, happy or not happy does not exist.
Yeah, correct. But but when you feel detachment is really you enjoyable, but then your family, some people will say, okay, why they understand the feeling. See, everybody around you will entirely understand how much you are detached. You may also even not even understand the day when you started the detachment, but the people around you will understand the day itself. Okay, this is the moment you get detached from me. They understand that point, but they may feel sad. They said, okay, the attachment, this, that, the kind of drama will come at one point in time. Okay, I'm not saying it is for you, it's an example. One people may feel that is my problem, I want to remove from this kind of feeling. Then they go find a remedy. And what is the remedy will be? And go and see the third house. That's why this will come. And if you go for a travel and enjoy your life, and slowly, steadily, the attachment will be reduced, and you come back into your life. And whatever this earth which is you come for, you will achieve that. And you may say, okay, I come for the attachment only. Okay, enjoy your life. Okay.
Okay.
Now, let's see. I stop the sharing. I have shown the other one. Anybody want to share the eighth house lord in the 12th house chart? I'm going to share the third one. So, I'll quickly finish with the horoscope. Then, if you find time, we will move into the ninth house. Okay? So now we are seeing I see Murali said horoscope. Lagnam, Lagnadipati is the Meena Lagna, Jupiter, Kendra, Trigona, Yoga, Karagada, we know. Kendra, we already saw that. Tripona also. Kendra is all the four corners becomes the Kendra for him, lucky for him. And the Trikona we know 1 and the 5 and the 9. Graha combination we already saw about it, aspects whichever the Graha was aspecting. Graha's strength and weakness and the exalted ability to own house also. Okay, let's coming into retrograde planets is the only one, that is Saturn. We are going to see Nakshatra is a Vishaka, the Yoga is a Shubha, Karana is a Garija, the Garija Karana. Super. Overall Lord is the Sun. This one we will see that later, but until here, this is more than enough. Okay, now let's see about the first and two houses today itself. Okay, now initially I will ask you to, okay, here is a thing. Okay, whenever we see the Lagna is a Meena Lagna, but there is no Graha present in it. So, first option, whenever we see the Lagna, what's the first thing we do? Which house it is? It is the, sorry, which Rasi it is? It is the Meena Rasi. Is there any Graha present in it? No, no Graha present in it. Any aspects of the Graha will, before that, any aspect of the Graha, if there was no Graha, there was one thing we have to do. We have to see the Lord of this house. Who's the Lord of the house? Jupiter. Jupiter is in the second house. That was the one chapter. That was one side. There is also one more thing. If there was no Graha in it, the ascendant Lagna will be considered. Okay, that when we see about the stars, that we can see that later. But note this one point. We are missing one section here. We are parking it aside for now. Okay. Now we are going to see the Lord of the house only. Who is the Lord of the house? Jupiter. Where is the Jupiter was right? In the second house. Okay. Now you tell me, is there any aspects to the Lagna?
No aspects.
Sorry?
No aspects.
No aspects. Okay, there was no aspects. So we are not seeing the stars now. So now we have to consider the Lord of the house only. The Lord of the house is the Jupiter, where it was based, the second house. It is super auspicious. So there was a connection between the first house and the second house. Okay, here is the thing. Now the first house represents you, the Jataka itself, how the person will be. That is the thing. Okay. Now combine it together and tell me how the Jataka will be. Because we didn't know anything about that, right? Whatever you predict, you tell. Because Lord is the Jupiter, Jupiter is in the second house. Okay, is there any aspects to the second house? Yes, there was only one aspect. It is the Rahu was here. One aspect. Leave that for
Shani also.
yeah, Sunny also. Yeah, forgot that. So then consider this one, and now no need to consider the aspect of the second house. So consider only one point: Jupiter is in the second house. Now tell me about the person. Okay, when the second house was the Jupiter is in the second house, you have to remember about
Should be knowledgeable.
yes, because of the wisdom
Yeah.
of the Jupiter. Okay, then
And spiritual by nature.
okay, spiritual by nature. Spiritual. Why spiritual? Because of the Jupiter.
Jupiter, yeah.
Okay, then I add the wisdom also. Because the Guru's knowledge is the wisdom. Okay, I will tell you one more thing. The second house is
So
also
he should be making good money, at least in his life.
yes. How he will make the money? Okay, the second house is also for your liquid assets,
No, it's
speech,
from his
family.
efforts, actually, right? This money gaining from his effort. It is not that inheritance money.
The money definitely will. When the money flow will be there. When there was a Lagna second house combination means the money won't be dried out, but the money will be flow continuous. There is no point he feels like okay, there's a scarcity of money in my life. When these two combination was combined, this is then a greater auspicious of the wealth.
And good communicator, second house.
Good communicator. Second house is also for the speech, family values, and his money, his earning of the money always towards the family, and it's also relevant. It's also somewhat relevant with the speech. Okay, then.
Second house being family house, it should be should be having good happy family life.
Some more. What is it?
No, I said second house being representing his family, he should be having a happy family life.
because he values the family. Definitely, he will have the happy family life.
Yeah.
For him, the family matters. He values as much as he values the family as much. That value. So definitely, he will give much more importance to the family. But how much he earn, the wealth he wants to give them to the family only. Let's check with the Sarah alone. That how much it is true. Whichever we
Well,
found.
whatever you are saying, it's all, I guess it's true. But yeah, the money, I mean, it's not very good money, but it's sufficient for, I always consider myself poor though. I mean, I personally, I don't feel rich at all. I mean, I have sufficient. That's all I can say. Not
That's
extremely
what rich
wealthy.
people say.
Yeah, I wanted to ask what is your scale of poor and rich, so then we will understand.
I don't know. I'm only they'll say rich. I'm rich by heart. That's all I can say. But well,
Yeah,
the
that
thing is, I
actually
think
counts as well, right?
Yeah.
As long as you're rich by heart, you should be able to understand and enjoy your life.
yeah. But
Otherwise, it
I'm spend
becomes.
thrifty though. I don't spend anything on myself basically. Yeah, family. I spend money for family. Yes. Also for mostly for God's work, like because 12th house, Shani. I think my money is also spent for travels and pilgrimages and God's donations and things like that. But yeah, um, basically that's why I said I don't spend anything on myself, but not much except the traveling. Yeah, money, I don't know. I mean, it has dried out a couple of times. Money never dries out. It's not 100% true because, um, I have, I'm 62 now, so I have Shani and these things have uh, uh, passed several times. That now it is on the third Shani thing, and I think this seventh time, like sixth time, Guru has crossed the natal position. Fifth times, I guess. So yeah, I mean, most of it is true what you guys said. Yeah, spiritual. At that at 60, probably, if you are still not spiritual, then something is wrong with you. So, and then detached, very much detached though, because Ketu is in Guru's house and Guru has Drishti on Ketu. Knowledgeable, again, I mean, time has taught me a lot. I mean, so that probably most of the knowledge is not from the books, but general over the life. Generally learning from the life, basically.
It's totally
And
awesome.
second house
Because
represents eyes as well, right? You should be having
yeah.
sharp eyes.
Let's finish
Yeah,
with the
that
first
is
house first. We'll finish with the
well.
first house first. So he's very knowledgeable and the spiritual oriented. And the wisdom comes on his own experience, but he definitely will be wise in nature. And he also
I
added the
probably
detachment.
I'm a
And
very
now
good
let's
subject.
move into the second house. Second
Looks like I'm
house
a very
here.
good subject because I have experienced a lot. Like I'm, all these
Very
things
good.
have over the. No, I said I'm a very good subject. Like when you experiment, I'm a subject, good subject. So because I have
You come with experience.
come across a lot.
We
I
are
mean,
lucky to have.
60 years of life. So
See,
sorry, go ahead.
experiencing
Second house.
experiencing something in life and
Let's have a
learning
look.
from that
Okay, now
experience
let's
is
move into.
something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see into the second house. Okay, now let's see the second house lord. Who's the second house lord? Mars. So First, we have to see second house, the Graha present in it. Then we no need to look into the Lord, but we have to keep that in the background. Who's the Lord of the house? Mars is the Lord of the house. Where the Mars was placed? Mars was placed in the third house along with the Venus. Keep that in mind. We will see that in the later. Because when you didn't find an answer, we have to go on one level deeper. That is the Lord of the house. Now the Graha was already present. Okay, now we have to see about Lagna Lord was present. So that's why in the Dhanasthana Lagna Lord was present means uh, there is no worry about the wealth. The wealth will come because of the wisdom, because the Jupiter will give you the kind of the wisdom and knowledge. So the money also comes in such a way. Okay, here is the thing. And there was a Rahu was also aspecting the Jupiter, and the retrograde Saturn is also aspecting the Jupiter. Okay, now tell me what will. This is for the second house. Second house is mainly for about the speech, family, and for your liquid assets, food nourishment. Your eyes comes under the second house. Keep that in mind and tell me how this kind of the main properties for the second house properties. When the second lord is the second house is the Mesha and the Graha was Jupiter. Okay, one important thing I forgot. There was one more aspect. Here is the thing. He is a superstar.
Chandra and Guru in Kendra Sthana between each other is some kind of a good yoga, I think.
But yours is not a Kendra. Yours is in the second
No,
house.
Kendra only, right? Seventh house is Kendra, 4-7. With each other. Kendra with each other. Jupiter and Mars, Moon.
Jupiter is in the second house. Moon is in the
I don't
eighth.
know. From Jupiter, it is.
From Jupiter.
Let's say they're
Okay.
seeing each other.
Okay.
They're seeing each other.
Yes.
They're seeing each other, right?
Exactly.
That's some kind of yoga, actually.
Exactly.
It's sort of Gajakeshari yoga. Sort of Gajakeshari, not exactly, right?
But the Vedic astrology, they won't consider the count from the Jupiter because in the Pradhu Samhita, there was another astrology. They try to start the Jupiter as the Lagna for the man. So that is a totally different one. But whatever you said, it was totally awesome because that's in the Kendra from the Jupiter point of view. But that is also give you the different idea altogether. But here is when in this point of also when they consider in a lagna as the starting point, here is it becomes the eighth lord. The graha in the eighth house expecting the second house, which graha which is Jupiter was placed. That will give you the different idea altogether.
So 8th Lord aspect on the 12th is something different that you're saying.
Somebody was speaking something. Okay, now let's see about.
Yeah, Shani's effect, I think Shani Drishti on second house is something, that's what I was telling you. I think it, it makes it for, I don't know, money spent. That's what I feel, that money spent is because of Shani's Drishti. 12th house Drishti.
So, Sunny make you to spend, but there is one more hero was placed that makes you to spend. Okay, here is the thing. Jupiter is mainly Jupiter is considered for your wealth. Jupiter is Jupiter will give you the kind of wisdom and spiritually oriented, make you knowledgeable kind of a thing. Who's the other hero? The Rahu will give you the material ambition, and at the same time, it amplifies the desire also. So whenever you try to spend, maybe because of the influence of the Rahu, possibly high instead of the retrograde Saturn. The retrograde Saturn, what the retrograde Saturn will do makes you to, the karma was highly amplified here when there was the retrograde Saturn in the 12th house. That maybe make you to slow down, drag you down for a little bit more. Even if you plan to donate 10,000 for next day, it makes you to it allows you to donate for the next month only, or 10 months after. That kind of the action the Saturn will do. But the Rahu, what it will make you to do, makes you to greatly ambitious, and it push you to the worldly ambitious world, and to do makes you to do anything unconventional in nature. But the Jupiter makes you to go. Jupiter tell you, okay, no, I value my family, I value my wisdom, I am highly spiritual, and I have to be like this only. But Jupiter is a ritual. Jupiter believes in the ritual. Jupiter believes in the spiritual. Rahu was kind of a thing. It makes you to do whatever it want to achieve a thing. But Jupiter take the hold. So that's why maybe the possibility, right? Maybe this is my assumption. Kind of thing whenever you see your chart. The spending of the money may be because of the Rahu. Because the material ambition and the spending, possibly the expenditure is the retrograde Saturn only. But whatever the desires which is amplified, it's by the Rahu, and the Saturn will makes you to do that, but it maybe drags you to down. Okay, now let's see other people's words also. Now let's see one by one. Second house is also for the wealth and the finance. Rahu may give myself, like you feel like, no, I'm not rich, I'm maybe poor. That kind of a feeling can only be given by the Rahu's energy only. It gives you the sudden loss, it gives you the sudden gain. So one point in time you feel like, no, I'm not rich, no, I'm not poor, no, I am not anything. That kind of the feeling will be given by the Rahu's energy. When it comes into the speech and expression, you're really powerful in your words. You may influence the other people's very much easily because of kind of the magnetic aura you are holding, that kind of the wisdom from the Jupiter. There are higher possibility you influence a number of peoples. But same time, the family is also, because of the experience goes ups and downs. You value your family. You want to be the give everything to the family. But because of the ups and downs, there could be the a number of the challenges may come. The Rahu makes you to allows you to do the unconventional things also more. That's sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's not. Simple words. Jupiter needs wisdom. Jupiter always move forwards and take steps towards the ethics and wisdom, only spirituality. Rahu moves into the worldly success. I need this material success, that kind of an energy. But when both this clash together, what will happen? Jupiter only wins. Jupiter wants to uh, do the spiritual related things. That's why if one of the time you feel like, didn't do anything, what is that? Sometimes you feel like detached. Why? The kind of the Rahu's energy makes you to think. Sometimes you felt that word also detached, right? Because of the moon aspecting the Jupiter, the moon's energy, that is your mind's energy aspecting the second house Jupiter. The seeker of whoever the seeker, that energy, the moon was now holding. That was enter into the aspecting the Jupiter. How you think you will? Definitely you will find out the truth in everything. But at the same time, one or the other way, you feel like it goes like this, and you drastically comes down because of the mind fluctuates. Feel like one point in time you feel like detachment. But the detachment is won't come comes into your age of when you're 20 years or 25 years. And when you matured, you feel the detachment, right? This moment you feel like detached. But when you think about your 30 years or 20 years back, you don't feel that you really value your family, you love and enjoy with your family. The detachment comes when you are age mature.
True.
Uh,
Saravanan made a comment about the eyesight, right? Sharp eyes. But
uh,
I don't know, I should say sharp eyes, but very observant. I mean, I kind of nothing get escaped if from me, because I'm watching. I don't know, my family, my sisters-in-law, they all tease me, like, because my eyes are all over the place, like looking at scanning different things. It like never stays. My eyeballs never stay stable. I mean, it's always observing something. They could have, they could see my eyes are always rolling. Like catching the glimpse of everything around me.
mm,
So that, I don't know if it is something because of I don't know if you call that as the sharp eyesight. Maybe that is, but
yes, it is.
I don't have any problem with the well, right now I need reading glasses, but otherwise I never need
Mm,
glass.
yeah. So, anybody want to add anything into the second house? Some summary of the second house also. So when it comes into the wealth and the finance, the Jupiter Rahu and the Saturn's energy combined together and makes you feel like you don't have anything. So, and in addition to that, the moon is also aspecting the Jupiter. So sometimes you feel like, okay, I have everything, and sometimes you feel like, no, I don't have everything. The mind fluctuates when it comes, particularly based on your family values, your speech, your where the mind will fluctuate. It can be the cash flow, it can be your speech, it can be your family matters. Then this is the point your speech mind fluctuate. Where the particularly where my mind fluctuate. Wherever the moon was expecting, it is the point where your mind is going to fluctuate. And who's expecting additionally? Rahu and the retrograde Saturn. So this pulls towards and finding one kind of, they definitely find one common ground. And possibly you you may, when Rahu was expecting the Dhanasthana, there is a higher possibility of sudden losses and sudden gains will come. You may encounter that, or it may be passed on onto your life just like that. And when it comes into the speech, definitely it's very powerful and it's very influential as well. When it comes into the family, when the life and ups and downs comes, because the Rahu's energy will make you to kind of any unconventional moves. It could be anything. But even though anything was challenging in your way, you definitely value the traditional values. And spiritually versus materialistic, because the Jupiter and the Rahu was fighting with each other means two wins, because when you had a strong hold of the Jupiter, definitely the spirituality wins here.
Well,
And then,
spending, one other thing, the spending thing, because I think because of the Jupiter second
mm,
house, yeah, I think I I never overpay for anything. Okay, that means I always spend if it is worth it, worth the price.
mm, mm.
I don't know if that is because of that, but it is
Saturn will tell you. Saturn will give you the correct judgment for you.
Saturn's effect. Okay, could be because I
Because
don't
Jupiter is
easily.
also there. Jupiter will give you the wisdom. You are not a spendthrift, because when the Venus was in the second house, you can you don't mind to spend for anything. You spend all kind of the luxurious things. Your money will get into the luxurious things only. But here the Jupiter was there. The
Yeah,
greatest.
I don't do that. I don't. There is no
Yeah,
luxury in my life. It's all worth the worth the price.
because
Never a
Jupiter
high
will give
price.
you the wise knowledge. Yes, that's make you to do only wise choice. Even if it is the worth, you will definitely find out. Okay, this is the worth one. This is worthless. I don't need to spend my money. That's it. You don't worry about also. Even if you didn't buy, also you don't think about that. Okay, it's worthless for me. Why I need to worry? You move on. That's the Jupiter's energy.
Okay.
Awesome. Anybody want to add any other
Thank you.
thing?
Thank you very much for the explanations today.
Anybody? Okay. It's already past 20 minutes about that. Well, I close the class today. We'll continue in the next week. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vinita.
कुछ खाओगे?
एक ब्रेड लोगे? एक नहीं 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 मैं एक ब्रेड दे दूं फिर टीवी वो सीरियल देख।
नहीं आया है या कहाँ है इधर? कोई मेरा लोहे का बक्सा ही ना ले जाए बाहर।
अमेरिका ने इजराइल ने ईरान के नातांज परमाणु साइट को बनाए निशाना। हमले के बाद ईरान ने इजराइल के तिकोना परमाणु केंद्र पर दागी मिसाइलें, 150 से ज्यादा घायल। ट्रंप की ईरान को बड़ी धमकी, 48 घंटे में नहीं खुला रोड को तबाह करने की ईरान के संकल्प। ईरान बोला हम हुतात्मा करेंगे।
और रोलिंग हो रही है।
बड़ी खबर यह है कि हॉर्मुज़ स्ट्रेट में अमेरिका को बड़ा झटका लगा है। हॉर्मुज़ स्ट्रेट के पास F-15 फाइटर जेट फेल हो गया है। F-15 फाइटर जेट को मारने का दावा ईरान की तरफ से किया गया है। तो कल F-35 का दावा किया था ईरान ने, वीडियो जारी किया था, और अब F-15 फाइटर को मार गिराया है ईरान ने। ये ईरान की तरफ से दावा करते हुए जारी किया गया है। आपको दिखा रहे हैं ये ईरान की तरफ से हॉर्मुज़ स्ट्रेट के पास जो एक्शन लिया गया है वो सबसे सामने आ रही है। और सवाल अब अमेरिका की सामरिक शक्ति पर उठ रहे हैं, क्योंकि जो F-15 जेट है ये भी आधुनिक है, अत्याधुनिक है, और जिस तरीके से मार गिराया ईरान ने उसकी तस्वीरें भी ईरान की तरफ से साझा की गई है। वही तस्वीरें आपको दिखा रहे हैं। और F-15 को छोड़िए, F-35 को कल ईरान ने मारा था। नहीं आता, और F-35 के बाद अब F-16 का नंबर आ गया है, और ईरान की तरफ से दावा किया गया कि हॉर्मुज स्ट्रेट के पास उन्होंने अमेरिका के फाइटर को गिराया है। विस्तार में खबरें देखेंगे, लेकिन पहले आप देखिए और खबरें इजराइल हिजबुल्लाह का हमला, हमने इसको बारों में रखी एक उत्तरी अरब सागर में तैनात हुई ब्रिटेन नौसेना की बंदूकें 1600 किलोमीटर से ज्यादा भारत पर सवारी मिसाइल चलाए। दक्षिण लेबनान में आईएस की जमीनी कार्रवाई के के ठिकानों पर भारत का भारी मात्रा में हथियार गोला बारूद बरामद। इजराइल के कब्जे वाले इलाके जरूर से ईरान का हमला, हमले में कई वाहनों में नदियाद, कई लोग घायल होने की खबर। ईरान ने इजराइल को मदद करने के बाद 2 बस्तियों पर किया हमला, हमले में कई बार सवार। इराक के बगदाद में इराकी ग्रामीणों ने रेलवे ठिकाने पर किया हमला, दौरान एक कार में धमाका। ईरान की राजधानी तेहरान में इजराइल और अमेरिका के हमले, धमाकों की आवाज से दहला पूरा शहर। ईरान ने खाड़ी देशों पर हमले के 24 घंटे में सऊदी अरब की तरफ दागे लगभग 7 ड्रोन। ईरान ने अमेरिका और इजराइल पर हमले की 73वीं लहर शुरू की, अमेरिकी ठिकाने और रडार सिस्टम पर दागे उठाई। ईरान ने नतांज पर इजरायली हमले का लिया बदला, जिन्होंने में स्पेस पर हमला किया। लिबानन में इजराइल का नाकाम 2 मिसाइल गिरी। इजराइल के रात में ईरान ने मिसाइल का हमला, रिहायशी इलाकों पर निशाना, चारों तरफ कार्रवाई गमन। ईरान ने मिसाइलों और ड्रोन से अमेरिका और इजराइल
एक आप बिस्किट
ईरान का मिसाइल हमला
बताओ क्या क्या हो रहा है।
शिपिंग रोकने और हमला करने के खिलाफ होकर हमारे पर हमला हुआ तो करेंगे विनाशकारी पलटवार। जमीन के बाद पानी में जिसका हमला हुआ तो लाल सागर का रास्ता बंद कर पर खराब होने लगे हालात। लोगों ने 3 दिन के बाद फिर से इजरायली हमलों के बाद अमेरिका के सिस्टम से एलपीजी लेकर मंगलुरु पहुंचा जहाज देश में
चर्चा ही करता जा तू बुढ़ा।
दिल्ली के मिर्जापुर में अवैध सिलेंडर भंडारण और कालाबाजारी के बड़े रैकेट भंडाफोड़, 3 गिरफ्तार,
77 उससे क्या होगा। 7 बजे क्लास है, have to be back. वर्ल्ड वॉर हो जाए बस बात ही खत्म, ऑल एंड।
नेपाल में अभी इलेक्शंस हुए एंड उसमें एक आदमी he has been mayor over there. He's 35 years old and he has become the prime minister. नेपाल में
अब नॉर्मल ना
abnormal.
मोदी का होगा, कोई मोदी टाइप कोई चला। ये देखो कपड़े अब इनको समेटना हो, मैं अपने समेटूं, जो तुम ले जाते हो वो फिर समेटू, कभी सोचा है? सिर्फ भूतने lost interest in her and her drama. एक बार उसकी वॉइस ही कम आ रही है।
इसके
रुको
reading.
रुको, इसको पहले बंद करके रीस्टार्ट करो। रीस्टार्ट करनी